Hello, and welcome to Stevenson University Online's virtual open house featuring our MLT to MLS Bridge program. My name is Lara Biagiotti, and I am honored to chair both our traditional MLS program as well as this new and innovative MLT to MLS Bridge program, which is completely online and asynchronous. Unfortunately, I couldn't be with you today, but I've created this presentation answering the most frequently asked questions, as well as sharing a bit about the program. First, a couple of features. This program is for MLTs who hold ASCP certification. Secondly, we do waive the clinical practicum for students employed in a full-service clinical laboratory. So in other words, a hospital lab. And I'll talk more about that as we proceed through the presentation. The courses are completely online and asynchronous and are taught by faculty who are experts in their field and have extensive bench experience as well as experience in the classroom. They bring with them a rich tapestry of their experiences and their tremendous wealth of knowledge as educators. And so this has led to tremendous development of online courses for our courses. So I will show you the courses in a moment, and we'll talk a little bit more about those. First of all, Stevenson University itself is accredited by Middle States. Our program is externally accredited by NACLS, which is the National Accrediting Agency for Clinical Laboratory Science. And I'll show you the link to how you can find our program and ensure that we are indeed, and you can see our accreditation award. Stevenson University Online is also very affordable. We offer partnership discounts for many hospital partners. So again, working in the full service clinical lab has educational benefits for you, as well as oftentimes Stevenson University will offer partnership discounts. So if your institution where you're working is partnered with Stevenson University Online, you might be able to take advantage of some of those rather generous partnership discounts. Of course, our program is career focused. We want to take your 2-year MLT degree, and the purpose of this bridge program is to get you an MLS degree and get you to pass the ASCP for MLS, which will open doors for you to advance your career to become a team leader, or supervisor, or manager in your clinical laboratories. So it provides you with a lot of great promotional opportunities within your workplace. The program is definitely convenient and flexible. The courses run in 8-week sessions, and they are completely asynchronous. So it really fits into your work-life balance. If you have work commitments, family commitments, this really can fit into when you have the time to complete the work. And of course, personalized support. I'd like to again just speak to the dedication of the MLS faculty at Stevenson University Online, and know that you will get tremendous support from them. Even though you're remote and even though you're in an asynchronous program, they welcome students to make appointments and meet with them as necessary so they can provide the support required. So a little bit about the program. We saw a huge need in online education for MLSs here in the state of Maryland, and we are the first of its kind and the only program right now with an online MLT to MLS bridge program in the state of Maryland. We do right now require students entering to have their MLT with ASCP certification and employment in a full service clinical laboratory. What that means is that we do waive your clinical practicum for if you are employed in a full service clinical lab. What that means is a hospital lab. Um, there are a number of benefits to this in that, for example, you might be right out of MLT school and working and have retained all of that wonderful knowledge from your MLT degree and can easily bridge into an MLS program. We do have some students who've been in the workforce for a while, and it may be 5 years or 7 years or 10 years since you've seen blood bank, for example. If you're an MLT who's been working in core lab or microbiology, perhaps you may not have seen blood bank, for example, in all of that time and be a little bit rusty. And while we offer a host of review materials and support materials at your disposal on the course for you to review that MLT content, it is helpful if you're working in a full service lab to walk down to that blood bank if you've been working in the core lab, for example, and say, hey, I'm struggling with this concept, or may I see that actually done in person? That test, or that, can someone explain this to me? And while that's great to have that resource, just again, remember that our faculty are here to support you as well. So having that experience in a full service lab is wonderful. It not only allows us to waive the clinical practicum, but it gives you another resource for your learning should you need it, in addition to all of the resources you'll be getting from our faculty. The courses that you'll be taking are also listed on this slide. Our clinical laboratory management course really prepares you with topics in management, such as budget and personnel issues, and dealing with all things that managers, frontline supervisors deal with, and really equip you for taking that next step in your career. It's a wonderful course. Many students may not have had a molecular course. It's molecular and immunologic diagnostics, so we require that. And of course, all of your senior level courses, starting with transfusion medicine, hematology, clinical microbiology, and clinical chemistry. Just talking about that cluster of courses for a moment, most of these courses, you will have a lecture and oftentimes a video to support, media labs, in the case of hematology, Cellavision, which is amazing. And we use case studies extensively in our teaching. And so that is how we are able to accomplish what we do to get you to that level of knowledge in your core MLS courses. MLS 430 is a professional research and writing course where you will learn really how to educate other, peers as well as patients, and you will do a research project as well, whether that take the form of a case study or an actual research project at your institution. And last but not least, we've decided to take MLS 315, which for our traditional students is clinical mycology, virology, and parasitology. We're developing it because we've found that MLT programs vary widely across the country. And so as we have begun this program, we've learned that MLT programs aren't entirely equal in what they offer. That's not bad, it just is a fact. And so sometimes certain courses don't have all of the content that you need for MLS. And so in certain MLT clinical microbiology courses, for example, that content is embedded, the mycology, the virology, the parasitology. In others, we've found that it's not. And so we are developing this course for online consumption. It'll be offered this summer. And for those who feel they would like to take it, it is a 2-credit case study based course that will really bolster that knowledge for you. Really help you with some of those questions on the MLS ASCP exam. Off to the right of the screen, you'll see some of the prerequisite courses that we see that MLTs coming into the online program still require. And so, of course, we'll take your MLT coursework. That goes without saying, and that'll satisfy our junior level courses. But we find students tend to be deficient in biochemistry, genetics, and A&P2. We can substitute if some MLT programs we're finding have organic chemistry as part of their curriculum. And if that's the case, we can substitute organic chemistry for biochemistry. If you've had a biochemistry course, great. If not, we do offer through Straighterline a biochemistry course that can be taken, as well as a course that's equivalent to A&P2. If you would like to take those before you matriculate to Stevenson, that would be beneficial as well. And lastly, students in MLT programs don't typically have a 4-credit genetics course with lab. And so that would be another one to consider taking before matriculation at your local community college, perhaps where you got your MLT, or if that's not possible, we can offer something through another educational alternative as well. We are still working on that, and so we are not hindering students who enter the program from completing it. You can take what's being offered. Just know that you will need biochemistry, A&P2, and genetics. And we are finalizing a partnership with someone who has an appropriate online genetics course, and more information on that to come. You can certainly ask your enrollment counselor, Julia Tobin, or your success coach, Maureen Marshall, or me. But we just, before the holidays, located a genetics course that we believe might satisfy the genetics requirements. So more on that to come. So as I stated earlier, Stevenson's program is fully accredited by NACLS. We have a long-standing accreditation for our traditional MLS program, which has spanned decades. We are accredited through April 30th, 2030, in good standing, and we don't foresee any issues in our reaccreditation moving forward. The online MLT to MLS Bridge program falls under the umbrella of our current NACLS accreditation. It's important to attend a NACLS accredited program regardless of your choice of online programs, whether it be Stevenson, and we hope it is, or if you choose another program. It's important that they be accredited by NACLS. And the reason I say that is because you want to NACLS does site visits. We have to report to them annually about our board pass rates, programmatic changes, continuous quality improvement, and having that external accreditor with their eyes on your program brings to the program a level of excellence that those without the accreditation don't have. And so it's the quality of a NACLS accredited program cannot be understated. And so I have the link on the slide here. If you go to the NACLS website, and if you hit go to find a program and you select Stevenson University, and then scroll down, for MLS, you will see Stevenson University listed. You'll see my information as well as our splash page, and my contact information there as well. You can also bring our accreditation award and see that we are indeed accredited. So I'm going to stop here and thank you for your time. And since I'm not here, I won't be able to take questions live in the chat, but my information is here and I highly encourage you to reach out. My last name is long in Italian, but if you write it down, I'll leave for a minute. It's L-B-I-A-G-I-O-T-T-I at stevenson.edu. Or you can make life a lot simpler and just email mls@stevenson.edu. That mailbox comes to me as well, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. With that, I'll stop sharing my screen. And I just want you to know that I appreciate you stopping by today. I appreciate your interest in the MLT to MLS Bridge program at Stevenson. Know that we have your best interests at heart, and we know that you're going to enjoy our courses and our faculty. And we wish you the very, very best in your future endeavors. Again, any admissions questions, courses, transcripts, all of that can go to Julia Tobin, your admissions counselor, and then you'll work with Maureen Marshall, your success coach, as far as your course planning. I look forward to meeting you, speaking with you, and I wish you the best as you continue your career in laboratory medicine. Take care.